Hey everybody, it's Andrea with the Go Diaper-Free podcast. Today I'm going to record myself recording episode number 120 of my podcast, which is about how do I clean up after my baby during observation and EC. So here it goes. Welcome to the Go Diaper-Free podcast, where we're all about helping you potty your baby as early as birth. I'm your host, Andrea Olson, author and mom of 5 babies, all EC'd from birth, all out of diapers by walking, and none of them had to be potty trained. This is episode 120, Cleanup. How do I clean up the poop and pee while observing a diaper-free mobile baby? So you can read the written version of today's show over at godiaperfree.com/120, where I will also conveniently link to anything I mentioned in today's show. I'm also going to be replying to comments over there, so come on by when you're finished. Clean up, everybody do your share. How many times have you heard that song? And how do we clean up during observation and pottying our babies with elimination communication? And are there any tricks? Today we're going to answer this question from one of our readers, and hopefully it will illuminate the whole cleanup routine for your baby. So here's the question. As a first-time mom and therefore first-timer at this EC stuff, can you please tell me, what is the best way to clean up the pee and or poop when you are just starting out and observing your child for his or her signals? My son is almost 10 months old and we are starting very late, but I'm hoping for at least a little bit of success. Thanks for the advice. And here's my answer. Hey, mama. First off, congratulations on starting and having a baby at all, but for starting EC with a mobile older baby, it is never too late to start EC so long as you're still beginning prior to 18 months. If you are over 18 months, see my book on potty training. So when you, the parent, are ready to ditch the diapers, that age becomes the right age to start potty training your child. Doesn't matter what age that is. Being that you've begun at 10 months old and in the middle of a lot of developmental changes for your dear baby, I do have some tips for cleaning up during naked and diaper-free observation time. But first, let's go ahead and cover a few basics like how to prevent having a big mess in the first place. So number 1, only do as much naked time as is necessary at this age and at any age to gather information, such as your baby's natural timing or intervals, how often they go pee and poop, after feeding and after waking, finding out what your baby's signal is or pee-pee dance, if there's anything, and checking in with your intuition. Once all of that info is gathered, please stop doing naked time immediately. You can do diaper-free time with clothing as a backup. This step is often missed, the using the clothing part and limiting naked diaper-free time. And it's one step that will help you lessen the need or reduce the need to clean up at all. So at the point that naked time becomes defunct or unnecessary, you're going to want to either A, put your child in 100% cotton trainers, like the tiny trainers I sell over at tinyandies.com, and regular pants and clothing. If you don't want to get the pants or the carpet wet, you can pair some tiny ups. That's my pull-up cloth cover over that. B, you can use a sumo-style diaper backup, so you know right away when your child is wet, and this means using a diaper belt around the child's waist that holds a folded cloth pre-fold diaper in place, or just use a burp cloth, which is what I always used to use. Or C, continue to use the diapers of your choice. Cloth is definitely preferred to retain sensitivity to wetness, but you can use anything. And continue to use them as a tool, as a backup for whenever you wish. Just be consistent, like every morning she's just in pants, but she's in a diaper the rest of the day. And number 2, how to prevent having a big mess in the first place. During this range of naked time, do your observation in a safe space with a potty in the room or in the area. This could be a room in the house that has tile or hardwood floors. It could be outdoors if the weather's warm, or even a carpeted room with towels, blankets, or yoga mats covering a vast majority of the carpet. Some people I know have used that link together play foam stuff. This way, any mess will be contained in the larger sense. So containing with a cloth or diaper backup, or containing by being in a room that's safe to do this in. Number 3, how to prevent a mess in the first place. So since the baby is mobile, I do not recommend just letting him pee wherever. What does that teach? This is a major downfall of how most EC has been done or had been done up until my book came out. Instead, do this. I recommend gently, like a calm airlift, transporting him to the potty every time he begins to pee or poop, while saying firmly but gently, wait. And this is how I say it, wait. If it's like they're trying to push out a poop, I say, wait. Get a little bit more excited. So transport to the potty every time during naked time that he's peeing or pooping, saying wait, sitting him on the potty every single time. And I usually use a toilet seat reducer for this age because they can easily crawl off a mini potty. So this teaches that the pee goes in the potty, and it also models how he can get there himself when the time comes. So it's a physical teaching. Do it midstream. Do it when you see the pee-pee dance or the signal come, or when you feel the intuition, or when you know the natural timing's coming, or when you see it happening, just say wait and put them right on the potty. Now, if you're in your play area, it's going to be easier if you do have a mini potty there. So if you don't have an escape artist, just have that mini potty there and just plop them right on it midstream. This will lessen your mess just what drips between where you're sitting and playing and where the in the room nearby potty is. So if you have it nearby, great, then you can use it. The fourth way to prevent a mess in the first place is while you're observing, resist the urge to be potty centered. So this will save you mess now and in the future. Have a diffuse awareness instead around pottying, just as you do around eating and sleeping. You're kind of doing your normal thing and you're just noticing, right? Do not helicopter. Just focus on connecting with your child, just being with your child. While you notice with that diffuse awareness when the pee and poop patterns are happening, without overdoing it all or hyper-focusing. It's a fine balance and something that you will learn in time, especially if you're a brand new mom. Now let's get to the best ways to clean up the pee and poop. So the first thing is remember that pee and poop actually come out sterile if you've got an exclusively breastfed child. If you're feeding meat, then we get a little bit more of an issue with the poop itself. If your child's not eating meat yet, then generally it's going to be fairly sterile. And that's right when it comes out. It's when they sit there for a while that they get all bacterified, okay? So clean up with a natural cleaner is my second tip, like 7th generation's all-surface cleaner with time. You can use OFF, O-F-F with an exclamation point. That's going to clean it out of any kind of, and I'm going to add this to my notes here because I just remembered. That is one thing. It's got a picture of a dog's face on the front, so we use it to clean up animal messes, but also human messes. And I really love that for any kind of carpeted, mattress, any kind of area that's not easy to just wipe off. And use a rag, a sponge, a paper towel, whatever you need. Spray the floor, then wipe. And if it's off, you want to soak the entire floor or mattress or couch or surface and then let it sit for a while and then wipe. Now, third tip, if it's your carpet that becomes blessed with soilage, I really want you to use OFF and not some other thing. So if you want to use Resolve for carpets, that's fine. But when you've got pee or poop on your carpet, you really want to use something that's going to take out and sort of eat up all of the smell and the stain and everything. So OFF is going to be better for that. Now, if there were towels underneath your baby because you're doing observation time and maybe your baby's not quite so mobile, great. Just have some clean ones handy nearby before you begin so you can swap them out when the time comes. And then just throw everything in the wash. And again, have your potty nearby so you can catch those poops midstream, mid-poop. Now, if there's solid poop and you've got a poop on the floor because you turned your back for 5 seconds or you went to the bathroom yourself and your child has pulled up next to the couch and has decided to go number 2 right there, no big deal. At 10 months, usually they're eating solids and they've got somewhat solid poop. Pick it up just as you would a dog's accidental, like a puppy's accidental indoor poop, and drop it in the toilet, flush it, and deal with the carpet with that stuff called OFF. I'm sorry, it's not called OFF. It's called OUT. Why did I say that? I'm so sorry. O-U-T exclamation point. OFF is for bugs, you guys. OUT is for mattresses and things like that. And I do have a link to instructions on how to use that. So I'm going to write in there, we're going to link to that other podcast over in the show notes. So go to godiaper-free.com/120 and you'll be able to see that, how to get pee or poop out of anything really. So you're going to pick up the solids first and then you're going to treat it and really just saturate it with the OUT and let it sit there for a while and you can reapply and try again later if you want. That's worked for everything, including the brand new carpet in my house. Because this happens to me too. This happens to everybody. So the best way to clean them up is to be prepared where you're doing the naked diaper-free observation time. Have your cleaning supplies nearby, have extra towels nearby, have the potty nearby so you can just plop them on it, clean up the partial mess. Usually if you have a miss, by the way, even when you're just beginning, they have more. And when you set them on the toilet, they will go more as you're cleaning up. So it's pretty cool to have the toilet there. And if you need a mini potty that a 10-month-old can sit on and touch the floor, which will make them feel much more comfortable and secure, definitely go to tinyundies.com. And my mini potty is there. And it's really short and really awesome. And that's why I brought it to market, because we didn't have anything to put our 10-month-olds on either. So that's about everything I have on the best ways to clean up the pee and poop, and also, more importantly, how to prevent that in the first place. And after you've gathered your information during observation with a 10-month-old, which you could, by the way, do with tiny trainers only. Get the aqua blue or the purple ones because they show wetness immediately. Just get a 3-pack of them just for observation time. And you can get those at my website, Tiny Undies, as well. But you can do observation with that and just notice when it's wet and look at when it's wet. That's totally fine. I wouldn't ditch the diapers completely until your child's walking. Right now, we're just talking about observation. And also, if misses happen during regular day-to-day EC, all the things I just shared in this podcast today are also applicable to that situation. So it's not only for starting, it's also for throughout your journey. You may or may not have misses of pee or misses of poop. We don't call them accidents because it's just when we miss each other. So if you're just starting out, I hope that helps you understand. Thank you so much for the question to our anonymous reader who sent that in a little while ago. Please leave a comment now at godiaperfree.com/120 and share your top tricks for both doing and cleaning up after naked observation time with a mobile EC baby. And again, 10 months old is not too late to start. Anytime between 0 and 18 months, and really 0 to 16 months, because at that point you can kind of do potty training with my other book. But anytime 0 to 18 months, get my book, Go Diaper Free. You can start just part-time, just the poops, just the morning pee, whatever you want to do. And there are instructions in that book about mobile baby EC that I'd like for you to check out. If you're just starting at that age, it's not too late to start. Whenever you start is the perfect time, because it's just a matter of when you, the parent, are ready. Our babies are all born ready, which is lovely. All right, until next time, thank you guys so much for checking out our podcast. Head over and let me know your comments there, and I'll see you in the comments at the blog post. Till next time, happy pottying, y'all. I'm Andrea Olson, and you've been listening to the Go Diaper Free podcast at godiaperfree.com. We'll see you next time. Wow, cool. Okay, comment below and let me know, how do you clean up during observation time? Do you have any advice as well for us to lessen the mess, reduce the mess during these times of learning your baby? Comment below, or if you have any questions, comment below. We answer everyone. And definitely subscribe and hit the bell. I'll let you know next time the next video comes out. Take care.